Hey, Life Fire family, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Coach Joe, and I am the founder of Life Fire Coaching. So, today we're going to be talking about the fastest way that you can break a pattern and start creating a new pattern or breaking a habit, creating new habits that'll help you reinstall an identity that you're actually going to feel good about. Right now, we're talking about the Identity Reset Program. I'm teaching you guys the Identity Reset Program. That is my signature program, and we're in week 5. So again, if you don't know me, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Stick around to learn how you can break a pattern fast or a habit fast, okay? And it's not by force. A lot of people think you can just force something to happen. And when it comes to installing a new identity and installing a new pattern, it's got to feel natural. If it doesn't feel natural, it's just not going to stick around long term. It's not going to create lasting change. And that's what we're going to cover here today and in just a few minutes, okay? So I don't know if you're the person who says things like, well, it just happens so fast, and you're referring to a pattern or a habit. Or you say things like, I don't even realize I'm doing it until after I've done it. Or I'm good and then something triggers me and I'm right back into the same old way of doing things. Then this week is for you. I want you to stick around because, as I said before, the fastest way to break a pattern is not by trying harder, it's not by forcing it. It is, however, by tracking the loop so that you can catch it early and get ahead of it. If you don't understand what catching the loop is, then I want to encourage you to go watch the first couple of videos in this series. And you can also stick around here because I am going to explain it, but I'm going to explain it rather quickly um, as we go through this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So patterns will feel patterns feel powerful, and they feel powerful because they just feel natural and they're automatic. You get up in the morning, you do your morning routine, it's natural, right? Because you've done it for so long and there's a pattern to it. Some of you might jump in the shower and brush your teeth while you're in the shower. Others of you might brush your teeth and then jump in the shower, or however you do it. You have your morning routine and there's a pattern to that routine. Some of you get up and get your kids ready before you ever start even thinking about yourselves. And there's a pattern to that, and there's a sequence to that because patterns are not magic, they're simply sequenced. So if you can track the sequence of the patterns and or the habits that you don't like, then you can interrupt what you don't like before it starts. And this is what we're doing. This is what we're tracking. Okay. And I call this the identity loop. And there are 7 steps in that loop. The first one is the trigger. Second one is the meaning. Third step is language. Fourth is state. Fifth is action. Sixth is result. And seventh is evidence. Okay. Now, the problem is that most people will only notice the action. And by that point, it's too late in the process because the the habit or the pattern that you don't like has already happened. So if you want change to feel easy, you want it to feel natural, you want it to be internal and be installed so it creates long-term lasting change, then you have to catch it earlier. You've got to catch it at meaning, at language, or at state. Now, when we're talking about state, we're talking about mental emotional state. Okay. We're not talking about California or Nevada. No, mental emotional state is what we're talking about. Okay. Now, you might be asking yourself, why does tracking work? Why would I ever do that? What about that makes sense? There's 3 reasons that it works. Number one, it slows down the pattern, which means we're slowing down our thinking a little bit. We're all in such a rush to get to do what we have to do next. And these are why our patterns are so reinforced. Sometimes we just got to slow down. All right. Sometimes slowing down will actually help you speed up. So, number one is very powerful. Now, number two, it makes the pattern predictable. The pattern becomes obvious. So, when you can see the obvious, then you can actually start to work on what you don't like. Because now that you've slowed the pattern down and the pattern has become predictable, you have an awareness to it that you did not previously have. Okay, number three, it's going to show you the earliest warning signs. Oh yeah, I just did this, this, and this, and now after I do this, this, and this, I normally do this. And that's the thing that you don't like the most, the thing that you want to change the most. Okay. So once you have all that information, you can really start interrupting the pattern, the habit that you don't like, and changing it. Okay. Now, once you know the earliest warning sign, then you can interrupt before any kind of damage happens. This is where you can stop feeling bad about yourself, or you can stop apologizing for doing the same thing over and over, stop relapsing to whatever that looks like for you, stop reacting and regretting, and actually start responding to the new you and the new identity, and start feeling better and better about yourself, because now you're creating new habits and new patterns that helps you create the new identity that you're becoming. Okay. So let's break down the loop real quick. Um, like I said, number one is the trigger, and that's always about what happened, right? What pulled your trigger? Was it a comment? Was it a look? Was it a memory? Was it a hunger? Was it an accusation? Was it some sort of stress? Or was it some feeling of being disrespected? This feeling of, well, I'm not enough. What meaning are you giving it? Is it a meaning of I'm not safe, I'm not respected, I always fail, or I am failing? And what language are you using? What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, well, here I go again. I can't deal with this. I always do this. I might as well just go ahead and do this now because I've already done all these other things. Not a good place to be in. Okay. What is your mental emotional state? What do you feel? Are you feeling anger, shame, anxiety? Are you feeling numbness? What are you experiencing right now in your mental emotional state? And what action are you taking from there? Are you arguing with someone? Are you shutting down? Are you drinking? Are you doom scrolling on social media? Are you binge eating? What action are you taking? And what result comes from that? Is it conflict? Is it regret? Is it missed goals? Is it distance from ones that you love or some things that you want to be involved in? And what evidence have you collected? What proof has it created? Has it created proof of I'm the problem and I can't change? Because see, if that current habit, if that current state, if that current pattern is saying anything like that, then it's just refeeding that identity that you don't want to be working toward. You want to work out of that identity. You don't want to keep feeding into the negative. You want to go into a more positive direction. Okay, and we're not talking about positive thinking. We're talking about creating habits that make you feel better about yourself. Okay. And one of the secrets to life is very simple and isn't really all that much of a secret. It's if you want to do better, you got to feel better. So find a way to help yourself feel better each and every day. Just feel a little bit better each and every day. Maybe you put on a nicer shirt, maybe you put on a pair of shorts or a pair of pajamas, but as long as you're feeling good, find a way to feel even better. And then go out and spread that to those that are around you. And that's a powerful thing. Okay. So, where can you start doing this? There are 4 interruption points. Okay. And I want you to pick one this week. You can interrupt at the meaning that you're giving, whatever meaning you're giving to whatever it is that you don't like. Okay. Reframe it, give it a better meaning. Okay. Find a way to use it to empower you. And the same thing will be said of the next 3 steps, the next 3 interruption points. The second one is language. Replace whatever you're saying about yourself with something empowering. If you're using disempowering statements, negative meaning, then you can never get to a place of thankfulness. You can never get to a place of gratitude, and you're not going to feel good internally because you're not allowing yourself to. You're literally wiring and rewiring yourself to feel bad because whatever negative meaning, whatever negative language you're using is going to lead to a negative mental emotional state. Now, if you're at a negative mental emotional state, you need to reset your body. Now, that might mean you go out and you do some exercise, you do some deep breathing, you drink a cold glass of water, you take a cool shower, whatever it is that you need to do to reset your body. I do several things, and several I just mentioned, to be honest. Now, the other thing, or the step four rather, is your action. Take an action. Choose a proof action that you can do in 10 minutes or less consecutively every single day. Okay. Again, that action could be exercise of some sort, going for a walk, going for a run. Just do something that helps you feel good about yourself. Okay. It could be cleaning a room, doing some dishes, doing some laundry, whatever it is. Okay. And 10 minutes or less, guys. So you don't have to clean an entire room, but you can clean a corner of a room, right? You organize something, whatever it is that makes you feel just a little bit better than you were feeling. Okay. So this week, you'll track the loop once per day. You'll choose one interruption point, not all four, only one. Okay. That's your homework for this week. Now, what I'll do is I'll download the loop tracker worksheet for you guys. I'll put it as a PDF so you guys can just click on it. And I want you to use what I call the reset script, and I want you to choose your interruption point. Okay. Now, from there, if you want help building your interruption plan, book a free consultation with me. My Calendly link will also be uh, down there in the description, and you guys can just click on that and set up a meeting with me. That's absolutely 100% free. And from there, if you want to book a coaching consultation with me, we can talk about what that looks like. I want you guys to understand that I'm giving you the very basic layout of this program. If we go into a coaching relationship, it goes much deeper. We do a much deeper dive. Okay. However, what I'm giving you here is very powerful and will work for you, and it will be helpful to you and many others out there. So if you like the content, guys, please like, subscribe, share, do all those things so that I can help as many people as possible to feel better about themselves. Okay. Because it's at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Just making people feel better, experiencing life better, and creating change that is lasting change, lasting transformation. So remember this, guys, true lasting transformation starts internally and increases external outcomes. That being said, guys, next week, or maybe sooner, I'm going to be talking about beliefs versus identity and how that kind of works. So, guys, tune in for that video. The next upcoming video is actually going to be the walkthrough video where I go through the loop with you, and I'll have that out either later today or tomorrow. That's my commitment to you guys and my commitment to myself. So thank you for being here. Again, I am Coach Joseph Peoples. This is Life Fire Coaching. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and see you in the next video.